Here I'm going to tie a Juju Emerger. The Juju Emerger appeared in the October, November, December issue of Fly Fisherman Magazine, and I'm going to start with a TMC 101 hook. This is a size 16. The recipe calls for something smaller, but for the sake of being able to see it, I went with a size 16. I've got 14-aught Vivas brown thread, and I'm going to start at about 75% point of the. And I started it at 75% point of the hook, and I'm going to not cut this tag in. This tag end needs to stay. At this point, I want to take 2 micro fibbits, and I want it to be a hook shank length long. And I'm going to do a pinch wrap to lock those in place along the top of the hook. And then make sure they're locked down good. And then I'm going to take my thread Then I'm going to take my bodkin, make sure I can split those micro fibbits with it, and run that thread right in between the two of them. Like so. And then I'll start wrapping the thread around all 3 of them. Okay. I'll keep wrapping the thread around the hook shank. When I get to there, I'm going to trim this, butt ends of these, the thread and the micro fibbits, and wrap it back to that 75% point. Now I'm going to take my super hair, because this is a Juju pattern of Charlie Craven's. It's got super hair in it. And what I've got here is I've got 2 olive and 1 black, and I'm going to tie those in with a couple of pinch wraps, and then pull them back, and then wrap the thread so that the super hair remains along the side of the fly. All the way to the butt, to the bend of the hook. And then I'm going to bring my thread and wrap it all the way back up. And I'm going to cut these butt ends of this super hair. And then I'm going to take my super hair, without getting the tails mixed into it. I want to try to make sure that I keep the black separated from the olive as best I can. And I'm going to be careful about that hook point when you're wrapping this around. And then you just bring it up and start wrapping it. And you wrap just butt them up, butt the wraps up together. When I get to here, I'm going to tie it off. And cut off the butt ends of the super hair. And put a couple more wraps to make sure I lock that super hair in place. And now I'm going to take some olive brown or brown olive superfine dubbing, and don't need very much, and dub the thread with it. And we're going to wrap it around hook shank at this point and put a little ball there. At this point, and now we're going to take a hen neck feather. I'm going to take some fibers off, about a dozen or so. put those all, scrunch those all up together, and we want the tips to be about just before the hook point. And we're going to wrap that in with a pinch wrap. Okay, when I'm happy with that's at, and do the other side. Now I'll cut the butt ends of these feather fibers off. Okay. Now I want to take a CDC feather. What I've got here is natural dun. I'm going to lay it right along the top of the hook shank. Like so. With a couple pinch wraps, wrap it in, and then I'm going to pull on that feather until it's about a third of the hook shank long, right about there. I'll lock it in place, a couple good wraps, take it, cut it. Okay, now we need to take some fluorofiber. And we just need 3 fibers of fluorofiber. 3 strands of fluorofiber. I'm going to wrap that in one side, bring the other butt ends down around to the other side, wrap that in, a couple wraps. I'm going to take them, I'm going to cut them at just about where the legs end. And then we're going to take some more olive brown dubbing. Probably don't need a whole lot here either, just to build a small head with it. That might even be too much. Okay. Then whip finish the fly. Cut the thread. I'm going to bend those up a little bit. There it is. The Juju Emerger. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.